Hey internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Grave Show. One Piece this week was actually really interesting, talking about Sabo and what happened, like when he was attacked. And pretty much, I do remember that before Sabo's story, like before I review this, was that some fans actually threw up a theory about Sabo being alive before he was actually presented in like the previous arc. And pretty much it was just as everyone said. It was like, well, now what if Sabo's alive and what if Dragon saved him? And lo and behold, to his backstory, he was saved. Well, now, albeit he did lose all of his fucking memory. He lost every single bit of it. And except for the fact of, like, he knew that he didn't want to go back to his parents, and he really wanted to fucking get away, which is why he made his pirate ship and why he wanted to fucking leave. And pretty much he's telling this story to fucking Zolo, Robin, and Frankie, whereas Kuros, Law, and Luffy are knocked the fuck out. And to be fair, they fucking deserved it. After pretty much, after the crazy adventures in which that they had, they fucking deserve it. But jumping back into Sabo's story, he does sort of say, like, he had forgotten all about, like, when he said that he met Ace at some point, because he really did forget about Luffy, Ace, and their entire past together. But he says that, like, he did meet Ace, but nothing really didn't jump until like upon the fated day, like at the Marineford, when Whitebeard and Firefist Ace were declared dead. That's when everything just flooded right back into his head. And of course he let out a loud wail for the loss of Ace, and then he passed out for about 3 days, which at that point, I believe that's when he trained for the rest of those 2 years, gaining infamy as like the number 2 in the Revolutionary Army. And then that's when he went to the Colosseum, which the conversation there, I do believe that they added a little bit to the conversation between Luffy and Sabo, because Sabo actually asks Luffy, it's like, can I have the Marinomi? And Luffy doesn't necessarily remember him. It wasn't until he took off his hat and then pretty much started like listing off their like past together. That's when Luffy slowly realizes who he is, and then like upon asking again, he says, yeah, you can have it. I'd rather nobody else have it but you. Which, to be fair, like, I'm okay with that. I really like that they added that little touch in there. And to be fair, it's like it's sort of a thing now where like it's present that they have another major ally, the second of Luffy's brothers, who probably wasn't necessarily older than Ace or younger than Ace, because they never really knew, but it's nice to see that they do have an ally, and they do have a very solid ally in the Revolutionary Army. So that is what I have to say about that. This episode does leave off up on a high note, or at least up on a very interesting note of them leaving it off with Sabo's story as to how he found out like where they were and pretty much what was going on. I really liked it. So yeah, that is what I have to say about that. If you have anything else, please, or at least I missed anything, please let me know down there in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.